All right. 1 minute left. Hello. You're off. So, very welcome to the stream. We're here with some From the Depth building because I have some stuff I'll need to build. Powered by greed. Hello, and thanks for last time. All right. Pudelinacan. Thanks for the follow. You just followed us very recently. For 40 minutes ago, which is probably when I posted the thing on YouTube. I don't know if you're here now. But anyways, welcome to all of you who are already here. We're gonna do some building stuff. And as you can see here, I just wanted to say, I think this is pretty funny. Here you can see, here we have the AOG HLP Eugene Super Ball Carrier on the front page. And we have my Torian Undaunted Class 7 systems overhaul. Now the regular one, Xaubercrow made, of course. I just filled in the system in previous stream. And hello, Gorini6. Well, we should launch this game. I also think I want some type of background music a little bit there. Somewhere like there. I think that should be a good level. Now, I finally solved some of my issues with sound levels and stuff like that. Because I have like smart stuff, whatever, you know, that kind of... Wow! 1000 bits, bacon, grease 99. Thanks a lot for the bits donation. That's very awesome. You donated the last time too. Which was 300 bits, not 100. I thought 100 3 times, you know. I can't count. You know, this is why I'm not an engineer. But I have a good calculator, so I can still calculate. Anyways, not that engineers can calculate stuff in their heads, I think. Anyways, Scubimation, hello on YouTube. And I want to show you some new stuff. So we're launching the design mode in Ashes of the Empire because the land designer in Nether sucks. Bacon Grease, I love your satisfactory videos. Well, I'm glad you do like them. Me and my friend will probably be back with some satisfactory streaming in the future too, so it's good you follow here as well. If you like Satisfactory especially. We just had a little pause thing. We didn't play for like a month. So I guess we will be starting with that soon because we are not finished with the game. We just, you know. That one goes there. Just picking away some weird stuff on. Alright. Latching onto constructs. Weird. Alright. Well, glad you like them anyways. So, ground. I want to show you some new stuff I made. This is an outpost. I made an outpost. And I basically I want to play Ashes of the Empire and Nether, of course, too, and I didn't have a land station. So here is my first little land station thing. And as you can see, it just has like regular gray, where is it now? There, Shift L, right. It's like some gray stone, like that. And it's completely kind of walkable-ish too. We can actually, I don't know if we should teleport here some... Are there any shares here anyways? I don't think there are. So, there is not a good way to warp here. That is maybe something I have to change. Okay. So, anyways. I tried to make it look cinematic, not cinematic, like realistic-ish or something. I haven't made the cool cranes like, I don't know, Setup and some other guys have made some super awesome cranes. I'm not there yet. And I don't think I will be there either. But I made, this is like a well, a material gathering well. So this is of course a little outpost which is supposed to be placed on a material gathering zone. And now from the depth is weird like this, and it's always hard to walk up stuff, but it's walkable. This thing you will see a little bit more of later. You can see this is clearly ammo, an ammo pack. The funny thing about this ammo pack is that it actually contains ammo boxes, so these are explosive. Here we have, you can see it's a material gather, and it goes up on a little conveyor belt. If you like Satisfactory, you know where the inspiration of conveyor belts came from. And it goes into here, and it's of course only for looking cool. We have some very light defenses here. Nothing serious, but a little bit anti-air. We have a sleeping guy here and some extra parts, some storage boxes. And of course a little lighthouse, because I thought it would look pretty cool when we come from the distance, especially if it's dark. We have the Army of Gmodism Invictus little thing there, and you know, pretty nice like that. Actually, I should show you. We can just walk in here, and for some reason we need to jump up because it's like walking in first person in this game is like absolutely horror. I can't imagine how. I can't invent like a worse system of first person movement. Why is it that when I click there is like half a second before the character moves? Why is it this sluggishness? Why does it lag? Like, why couldn't they just make it actually, yeah, not weird? I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but I've rarely seen worse. And why can't walking upstairs be like remotely smooth? Why does it have to be? I don't know, man. That's how it is anyways, but it works. This is only for show. We can walk in here, but this is like turret access. Anyways. A coal pile, we have some stuff repairing vehicles, we have engines, battery packs, we have a vehicle spawner and stuff like that. Not too exciting, but I wanted a little decorative facility. Yeah. Right, now I want to show you the Army of Gmodism model H1884 howitzer. And this is a self-propelled little artillery piece. Anyways, its render says I want to like this game, but oh my, it's the hardest game I ever played. Well, I don't know if you... I just assume most of you know me from YouTube, but if you haven't, I have my series of instant tutorials and they may help you a little bit. There are some easy tips of, you know, how to make decent craft that can survive the campaign. Maybe I should make some more tutorials about that, but let's look at the howitzer. Okay. So I spent quite some time doing some deco work. And you can see it is a self-propelled howitzer. We have some surge protectors there, we have some engines, and here we have the ammo boxes. Yes, these are actual ammo boxes. And he's like, it's gonna get loud. And yeah, we have some parts there and some feet for it not to flip over. Here we have what I imagine is the loading mechanism with some ammo boxes going in there and the loading panel and some like loading wheels and a technician slash aimer thing. Did we name? It's just Army of Gmodism artillery officer. Oh well. And this thing shoots, well, not hard, an 1884mm shell at full speed, which has, you know, 20. Let's see here. What health does it have? I don't know. 11,000. Not super, but you know. Anyways, I know you from YouTube. I'm not good at building. I get overwhelmed at the amount of blocks there are, Gmodism. My issue is I don't know how to shape the ship. Well, I did 2 videos about ship shaping. One like shaping the ship in a technical standpoint, and the other one shaping a ship in an aesthetical standpoint. They're instant tutorials. If you haven't checked those out, I can recommend it. But yeah, I understand it's not an easy game. Now this one isn't. Let's see here. Desert boa. How expensive is this thing? It's 11,000. And I think I finally made it move in an acceptable manner. It should, okay. I would just wanna see if it like works. It has kind of bad detection, by the way, but it is assumed that it would have a little better, it would have some kind of detection unit going on there. Oh man, this is a little bit scary. I think we're gonna get wrecked. Wow, this little trolley with an engine on. Is it like engine parts? That's pretty cool. Alright. I am... yeah, okay, we got... Did we get hit? Oh, okay. It has shit armor. It has like really bad armor. So I'm just repairing this thing because it's of course not meant to fight alone even. It's meant to be sent in there to help with fire support. And I'll be the first one to admit it was never a very effective vehicle. I just wanted to have some fire support, like self-propelled artillery, because I think it's cool. Now we're moving around so much from the explosions, so we'll see. Can it even... like, of course, it's only a moving gun, so when it gets a hit, it should be significant. But anyways, it's the wrong scenario. We should have like at least 5 of them and move them in a... yeah. It's render. I haven't even touched the engine or making videos. You know, if you haven't even touched that, I have like an hour... I think it's 1 hour long beginner's tutorial thing. You should probably check that out. Scuba-mation, is there ever a reason why you would not have an inter-vehicle transmitter? No. Or yes, when you want to be stealthy, but you don't want to be stealthy that often. Okay, so what I wanted to... I have been trying to make a bike. So this is my first attempt at making a bike. And unfortunately, I had to have this thruster tower to even make it keep stable. Absolutely atrocious, I know. Oh man, whoops, wrong. Okay. And yeah, so I didn't get it to work very well at all. Let's see here if I can kind of... Come on. Oh, okay, no, never mind. Okay, whatever. It didn't work. Conclusion. So I did another test and it ended up being a trike because I failed more miserably and it just didn't become anything decent. So here we have an AOG trike, which I might finish and make for the, well, land campaign. And we have a roll bar in the back here, which should keep us from flipping over. Is it just me, or has the turn rate gotten considerably worse since I saved this the last time? Because that's what it feels right now. Okay, it's alright. I don't know. I thought it was a funny thing. In any case, there it is. It doesn't look very majestic. Anyways, no. Destroy all vehicles, thank you. And today I was building a little bit on my third iteration of a bike, and I decided that I can probably get away with having like rubber stuff on the sides, and I'm going to make these hidden later, and I'm going to have thrusters that makes us tilt in the desired direction so it looks better. So it will basically tilt the other way from, like, if we turn left, it's gonna tilt in this direction. So opposite from what it is now. Yeah, I think this could be something. I imagine it can be pretty cheap because it's like 222 materials. Maybe we can have a simple can or something on it and it could be pretty decent, I think. Like decent as in super cheap to just throw out in the desert and explore. Because this thing, of course, takes like 0.02 materials per second in like regular thrust. Right. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should build a little bit on that. I think that could be pretty cool. We can continue a little bit on this thing. I'm a little bit unsure on how to design like all of it, but I would imagine, like, I want to make this like super tight. So I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be a supporting block, but I'm thinking I kind of almost want the AI there. Now, I do realize that what if we have... Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably good as it is. Is this super expensive? It's not, because we could connect the cylinder directly to the fuel engine generator too. But I like the way this one looks more. You know what? We're gonna have to build pretty tightly. So I think the AI mainframe will indeed be stuck into here. Ooh, detection is gonna be a little bit tricky on this one. And I think maybe we can't really have it right there. Could have it there too. Because we'll need to have something. I'd assume we'll just try and get away with a 360 camera, possibly. That should be probably the most reasonable thing to have. A 360 camera and not even a laser rangefinder. I think we're gonna suffice with some lasers on this thing. Okay, so if we have it like here, we'll need to make a weird connection. You know what? I don't think we'll need 2 exhausts. It takes too much space. So if we have this there, we can have... let's see here. Ooh, we could possibly have Because I think I want some type of super light weapon systems from this thing. Let's see how heavy a 2-axis turret is. Wait, 40. Okay, just the metal blocks. Wait. So, if we would have the mainframe here on the side, we could have a local weapon controller here, and then we could build some type of little laser turret thing on top of it somehow. Ooh. This is gonna be a little bit hard to stick in there. We could have, okay, with the laser turret needs to be in the back here then. I'll have to have a turret block around there then, possibly. Yeah, I think this should work. I think this should work. And I'm not 100% positive we even should have anything in terms of damage dealing on this thing, because, you know, what doesn't make much difference. What now? And this thing probably would benefit from a inter-vehicle transmitter, because if this is anything, it's probably a scout vehicle, and if we have anything in battle anyways, we might as well have a little transmitter transmitting our signal. Cool, mainframe does not have enough detection, but that's okay, I hope. Does camera produce that much? Should we have a radar or what? I feel that radar, yeah. Well, it's gonna provide a detection sometime. Maybe like point the missiles in the general direction at least. And we are going to need to do some weird shenanigans to make it actually work, that's for sure. Because we of course need to have some thrusters doing the stabilization on this. Or doing the turns correct, because we can't have a balanced system in this game. The rubber things, they're gonna get hidden too, of course. But I think the tank is too large. I think we should have a... Ooh. Is this perhaps a better tank to use? We don't need... well, we'll definitely need metal in front of it. Yeah, I think we'll definitely... This looks more decent, I think. The narrow block there just doesn't quite work, but it's kind of too open. Maybe something like that is a little bit better. Almost look like a headlight. Which is definitely an addition we should have. Light fitting. I think like this probably. I don't know if we should have a red one in the back. Nah, I think this one is probably more utilitarian, isn't it? And probably one of this, if it's not like crazy. Probably the same, to be honest. Thank you, okay. 90 degrees. It's probably good. 0. A little bit downwards like that. Set to... oh, I'm gonna set it to like 400 meters. For a low intensity like that. I think that's cool. Oh, and the cone. Should probably be something like... yeah, like this. So, looks pretty cool. Right. Is Xenodragon, very welcome. Is there a way to stabilize small vehicles via spin blocks that creates a torque force to control roll? Ew. You know? I'm not sure I'm the right guy to test that, but let's do that. Oh god, I think we got some drag issues there. Guess we'll just slap on some temporary lead. And we're going with, let's see here, sub-objects. I heard it's possible too. It's just that the wheels themselves don't generate torque in any way, so I guess that's why we can't do it like that. So if we had a little mill here and just put like one block of lead in each of them like that. Oh man, okay, thank you. And we escape this thing. I think we'll need more might make it a little bit heavy when we start to set it up. Spin rate, resting, spin control. All right, there we have it. Continues. What happens if we remove these? Okay. Now it falls forwards. Place spin block in the line with center of mass, facing forward backwards for roll control. Oh yeah, this will act as pitch control. I was just thinking that if we put them like this, perhaps we could simulate some type of I don't know what it's called, like gyro effect or something like that, that would make it like not pitch to any of the sides, but I suppose that would have be like further down. And I guess we'll need to, would have to make it like insta spin to different directions in order for it to actually control roll. So we can see it drags its sides into the, yeah, okay. I'm gonna delete that for now. What is that thing even supposed to be? Well, it's gonna be a bike. Thing is that from the depth doesn't really, you know, allow us to make bikes in a reasonable manner, I think. I don't think it's really possible to make them in a good way, actually. Okay. So the weight of the last contraption was acceptable, so we're gonna see if we can do some roll control using a windmill thing. So basically the wheels themselves don't have a gyro something effect or whatever it's called now. No, not angle control, there we go. Continues. So the wheels don't have that, so they can't provide stabilization. Alright, so now we roll in that direction. If we take continuous reverse, we can make it roll in this direction. Okay. Maybe we can then use this as a roll control. That was a cool idea. I like that cool idea. Reactivate. So let's see if we can do a compact systems in line of center of mass. Here's gonna be the weapon controller. Anyways, I don't think it needs to be that large. A spin block with a few alloy blocks directly in front should be enough. Alloy blocks? Do you mean it's drag? Doesn't it? Is it not like weight? Shouldn't we have something heavy? I thought it was kind of... I thought it was weight, but you're saying it's drag then, I suppose. Okay. So, we'll just do a test here. This is ish the center of mass, kind of like here. So, sub-objects, spin block, there we go. Like that. I'll do a alloy 4-meter rod then. I tried to make something similar on a boat recently. Oh, typo, lead, not alloy. Alright, well, let's test this anyways, now when I already set it up. Continuous... Oh goddammit, angle control, wrong thing. Now it spins so fast, I don't know which is which. Continuous reverse. Doesn't change the thing, so maybe it... Oh goddammit, I'm sorry. Can I... Okay, look away everyone. Alright, lead it is. Okay, yeah, it's weight. It's weight based. Now we knew that. Continuous. Oh yeah, it can control roll. That's pretty cool. So 4 meters of lead seems to be enough to control roll. In that case, I'm wondering where we're going to stick that. We may need to stick it... Ooh. I think I see a possibility here. So the engine looks aesthetic and cool there. Okay, I'm sorry. Like that. Activate connection check. Didn't work as intended, Sanna Mittbonen says. Well, that's too bad. I hope to make this one work. Okay, we'll do the engine like this. It should have the same engine power. And then I think we'll need to change the appearance of our material container again. Somewhere like there. And we'll see. I'll see if I can squeeze it in here. Right. So we're having spin block like this. I'm gonna see if it's enough with like 1 block. Man, this doesn't connect, does it? I thought it would provide some kind of connection point. Well, what can we do? We can use light blocks. We're gonna use light blocks. Okay, so we're having a tiny little lead core there. And on this thing, we're going to... No, not you. Not you, thank you. Light blocks. Here we are. Wait, what? It didn't work. Okay. Because that's not the connection point, is it? Alright. I'll just do like that for now then. Okay, that went overboard, but whatever. It is as it is. Spin rate. Continuous. I mean, it does pitch it, roll it to the side. No, reverse. A little bit too slowly though. Right, anyways. We know the function works, but I think we'll need a longer rod. And it's gonna be a little bit tricky to stick it in there, I suppose. But when we know it works... Whoops. We can probably use some of the front portion design to host this, I think. Right, so sub-objects, spin block. Here we go. And we could make it, yeah, we could actually make this thing invisible too. So if we have like a 2 meters of lead, might be enough. Spin rate control. Nope, sorry. Cool. Somewhere like there. Man, this is... oh god damn it. The wheel is attaching to... okay, that's kind of... this is a very flimsy design. I don't think I made anything this flimsy before. Okay, so this thing... right, we are now connecting, we're now holding the rubber pieces together, which is holding the wheel. And if we just have, this is kind of the minimum, right? Kettle, it's gonna be the this gotta be the most game ever. The most game, yeah, it's a lot. So now we come to the portion where I'm not quite sure that my skills are acceptable enough. So I'd suppose we couldn't use this as, can we? Roll spin rate control. Okay, so if we are, okay, we're just resetting shit here, okay. So when we are rolling right, that's right, okay. So it's not negative, okay. So when we roll right, it goes max like this. Can I set it up to roll left as well? Let's see here. I think it should already be. Let's see here. Roll left. Yes. Cool. So if I just sit in this chair here, if I click Y, okay, we'll roll left, roll right. I'm not sure this is gonna solve the issue, but it may. It may actually keep us upright. The problem is, I don't know how we're gonna solve this. You can see we can actually be stable now. But the second we turn, it's gonna be pretty hard. Alright. So if we do like this, we can. Oh, no. Ah, it's not strong enough for turn. Excuse me, look away. Right. So now it's a lot stronger. I'm actually surprised this works as well. Wow. It kind of flips after a while, though. Clearly, I don't think we'll be getting rid of the rubber protection here. But if, say, we do like this, I think maybe if I change the angle a little bit, though, this thing continues. I wonder why it's kind of resting rate should be, of course, 0. Okay, let's see here. Try setting roll to -1. Well, that's... I guess that's not anything we quite accurate now. Or quite... yeah. Max steering angle. How about like 10? If we set it real low. Can we bump up the side friction a little bit? No. I mean, it's almost kind of... If we're turning here, okay, if we roll there. So, let's say we're holding roll and holding turn at the same time. Okay. We're turning down the... let's see here. Drive response, resting, okay, good. Drive angle. Yes, sideways friction. Let's set it to something lower. Ooh, look here. Ladies and gentlemen, we see the potential of having a stable bike. We can now turn and the roll control is enough for us to... Cool! Wow! That was a very good idea, Xenodragon. I never used inertia like this before, to be honest. So that's a cool thing to learn here. Yeah, I always love using new stuff and things to learn and do new stuff. Man, when we time always disappears when we just test and invent new stuff from the depth. Building this game, just time so crazy. Can't imagine or stream for 40 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes. Any case, this seems to be good enough. So I'm going to go on top of this thing, add a decoration, and select and mimic empty. So I'm hiding this thing. Now I'm kind of wondering, I know there's probably a better way to do this with breadboard, I suppose, but no, that's the wrong thing. Okay, AI mainframe. I kind of want to say RAM, but this is not going to be RAM, or is it? It's going to be something else. Oh no, we're shedding box, that's not good. I don't know, circle, closer thing. Yeah, okay, it's probably nice. Circle it. Yeah, I'll set it up like that for the time being. Avoid all vehicles on land. I suppose we are a ship, or are we? We have roll control, so we can probably set out the inputs manually. I think I can do this. We don't need pitch controls. Under distance, complete distance, additional PIDs, stuff like that. Okay. We're gonna set it as Army of Gmodism Cadet Robert, because this is the latest. This is the latest person to join the Army of Gmodism. Right. Repair all, thank you. So when we have this thing, this one should of course be... I'm wondering if we even can have PIDs on this thing. And we should definitely not be on hill area. This is just confusing for us. But let's see here. When we roll left, we are also turning left. So roll right, jaw right. Is it just me, or does it look like this kind of works? Not that we are turning, but... God damn it. This is like bumpy land. Kinda like it so far. But you can see it looks like it's actually stable on when we're going straight like this. Of course, when we are turning. One thing, I want to see if I can remove the weights from the end here. See how that affects us. Man. I'm more than surprised this even works. This is super cool. Awesome idea, Xenodragon. That's really nothing I've used before. This is like speed continuous. Now we're like balanced. Right. Look, and it spins so that it's... I think it's too hard to make it without the rubber supports. I don't think I can do that, but with the rubber supports, yes. And it's turning like that. We can see it works. I just need a little bit more weight in the back, but that's gonna be solved automatically very soon by us having... Let's see, we'll need a mark. Maybe we need a metal block thing here. Look! Again, it is shaky, yes, but it is... Look, yes, yes, yes. Cool. Anyways, if we use a sub-object, can we use this 2-axis turret as some kind of... No, we can't actually use it as a point that joins these two together. Okay, I thought maybe we could. Well, we don't have to have real blocks in the back here. We can have some decorations here later. Actually. Isn't it like... Oh, the wheels are on this left, right, and upwards only. Okay, good. Then we can probably use this as a 2-axis turret thing. And this is somehow connected, yeah? I think it is. I obviously need some type of block here. I wonder, is it connected if I... No, it's not. Let's swap this particular block for some lead, as well as this one. You know, that's pretty cool. So it's getting controlled like this. If we have a missile, this is controlling one weapon, good. Then if we had a missile computer thing here, we need to fit, ooh, this is gonna be interesting to say the least. Ugh. Thank you. And this is above. I think maybe we should have this as a one-axis turret, actually. Oh, ma, two axis is always nice to have. Okay. A small launcher, but a small ray launcher it would be. Small gantry. Fins, APN guidance, radar seeker. Yeah, well, if it works, we can set it up later. Let's see, we'll definitely probably need some arrow barrel, don't we? You require 34 materials. Okay, yeah, we have 50 by ourselves, so we actually don't need an ammo container for this small system. Oh no, we might need to make this more back heavy. Kind of thinking the rail gantries should actually be in the back like this. This is actually kind of long. Yeah, this is kind of long ones. Pretty funny. We most likely need an identify friend or foe module here. Like that. Damn it, I also want the staggered fire, but I don't feel like they're taking too much space. So if we just say required accuracy 0. We can set like 7 degrees or something. And this thing could be like, I don't know, like 15 degrees. And then they should most likely not accidentally shoot at our own stuff. I think it should work actually. Right. We'll need to do some decoing, of course. But if we just say this is invincible and just spawn some small thing, we can just... No, okay, we're locked onto them. They're not, they don't know what they're doing. And the local weapon controller should probably not engage targets that are more than 1,000 meters away, I suppose. That's actually 1.2. Maybe 1.5, I don't know. Okay, we're just locking on this thing to see how it maneuvers. Look at that. Copperhead, it's still alive, good. We're going there with 20 meters per second. Well, what do you think? We kind of made a motorcycle. Thanks to the little additional tip there by Xenodragon, we could actually make something. Currently tracking 0 targets. You know what? I wonder if like one of these at like 60% is probably not. It's probably better to have a radar at 100%. Yeah, okay. It's not gonna be like the best detection, but it's gonna be good enough. And then we can actually... Ooh! Look there! Copperhead. We're gonna spawn 3 of them, just to see us in action. When I started making this, I kind of assumed that we actually wouldn't succeed in doing this thing. I thought that it would not be possible, but it's always good to have some extra input. I do, however, want to see what happens if we just remove these entirely. Well, of course, we don't have like a max roll thing, but I'm kind of wondering if it might actually be possible to set this thing up. If we just have... I don't know, man. So we can set them to actually like roll. I think if we use some kind of airplane maneuver scheme for the AI, I guess we should be able to make it be at a certain angle. So I don't know exactly. Excuse me, let's see here. I don't know. Let's see if I can find a thing. No, it's somewhere else. Well, anyways, I thought to perhaps measure the angle. But if I use this thing, it's not the right tool. But like that, it's 45 degrees. So I suppose maybe like 25 degrees or something. We're like... Did the enemies just disappear? What's happening here? Currently tracking 2 targets with 25% detection chance. Okay. Sunnymeat went in, I already got an idea for something I want to build, but I already have too many projects I'm working on. Let me guess, are you also thinking about the motorcycle faction with real motorcycles? I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit amazed it was even possible to do this thing. I don't know what... I spawned some enemies. They're like too far away, what happened? Spawn a couple of like 1.4 meters. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, their missiles just won't reach us. Okay. God, I mean, it would be pretty funny to have something like a motorcycle like this and like charge the enemy or something. AI dead. It's pretty shaky. The cost of this thing is 2,000 though. It became a lot more expensive. Are we dealing with them? Seems to be doing a pretty good job. I wonder if we should make it The most expensive thing on this is probably, let's see here, what are missile parts? 800, small, 800, 200, 1000, 200, okay. 1200 of this. No, 1000, yeah, 1200 of this plus a missile controller, 50. So more than half the cost of this thing is actually the missile, the little missile turret thing. Good to know. So if we make it, like, I should definitely make a low-cost version of this, using preferably something like the tiny AA gun. It costs 400. I would suspect it wouldn't be extremely useful. Like now it actually can take out targets and stuff. We have some tweaking to do on that thing, however. But I think we're gonna leave it for now. But wow. So we can actually make larger motorcycles in that case. It's pretty cool. Right. Let's see here. I'm thinking... Oh god. Insanity Airship. I don't think... We're gonna go to the Nether instead. Sunny Bonen says I want more thinking about a flying beer can. Okay. Thirsty anyone? So let me think here. What was I'm... Oh yeah, I want to check out the Insanity Airship. It's pretty atrocious. So the entire reason behind this thing is that I wanted a 2400 RPM 500mm gun. It's nothing more than that, and other than that it's just absolutely useless. I'm not sure this is even worth like finishing in any capacity, but I also think it's kind of a stupid funny idea. So I'm also thinking, why not? I'm just gonna inspect this shell here. Wait, is it? Alright. Okay, so we have two different... As you can imagine, this was a long time I actually built on this last. No. Oh no, I don't even have... I forgot the symmetry plane. So, if this thing ever... I don't think this... I hardly think this would ever be used for anything, but... well, we obviously have too much ammo. This is like gonna be a pretty huge powder keg if it gets hit. Actually, I can remove this line here. Here we have some interesting setup I had a little bit before. We can have several ammo compartments. I'm gonna make a little a little tiny ammo box in the back here. It's not tiny. I would acknowledge that. Something like that. Okay, how much do we have? 5,000. We'll need a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. And I don't have a good answer of why I'm even trying to finish this thing, because it's absolutely atrocious, as said. This thing. I wonder wherever the ammo stuff are. We have like a block of coolers and stuff. Right. They're in the front? Why? Okay. Why did I put them here? Modules. They only have 2 modules. Okay, of course, both of these wants to be deleted. Oh, should we stick on recoil absorbers in here? Not that that's gonna help much. It actually has some recoil absorbers. Recoil. What is that? 100,000 per second. And absorption is 12,000 per second. This thing is going to be so extremely expensive anyways. So yes, let's actually do some recoil absorbers then. And we can probably model with that a little bit when we actually have decided what shell we should have. God damn it, this is like a block. Oh man. I won't stand for this thing more than just for the memes. Okay, I think the shells is gonna have to be pretty small though. I don't think I can do it much larger. Okay, 27,000 per second. Mirror. $43,000 per second. So you're surprised over how small the gun is? You know, kinda me too. I thought it was huge when I first built it, which were a lot of years ago. And then my computer would not want to load this thing, and I was like $1 million. I would never build something that cost $1 million. That's just too large. And here we are today, planning our new million ships. Okay. And the reason why this thing is so small is also that the shell we used is like literally 2 modules. It was the smallest shell I could make, basically. Recoil. Ooh, we are closing in actually on the required. Okay, 200, 100 and... Okay. Something like that. Absorption. Oh wait, no. Absorption. Okay. I can start designing the shell then. I mean. Cool. Advanced cannon, ammo thing. Let's see here, our ammo module thing. What are we doing here? This shell is going to be... I don't know. I think maybe Hesh. We need 2 meters for this. Okay, high explosive. We're gonna decrease the propellant amount. Ooh, we can't actually. Click length required, 2 meters. No, we actually can't. Right, so, ooh, but if I do like this, so. If we're having a base bleeder, I think we need a base bleeder. Then, if we have a hash and a high explosive head, oh yes, okay, sorry, wrong. Here we have 2 meters, propellant length goes down to 0. No, it's too much. It's too much. Propellant amount. Oh, it's just slightly smaller. Which makes me a tiny bit sad, because I don't know if I can have a hash in this case. Once I had a 2.4k RPM 200mm gun with 5 meter long shells. Yeah, that's a lot spams. Okay, so 3 modules like this then. We have a hash, we have a high explosive. Oh, it's gonna be too small. Okay, damn it. Alright. So, expected explosive damage. I mean, they are okay. We have a tiny bit of hash there. We can probably have a hash. Base bleeder. There we go. 496 meters per second. That's not fast. I think the head gives it some hash, but it's a bit meh. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit meh, but I don't know. Maybe a heavy head just will be better for this thing. Alright, assign to all intakes. And, ooh, okay. Refill APS. What happened with this thing now? Cooling limit has increased and the autoloader limit has decreased. So now it's too slow, damn it. You know what? I don't think we can have a 3-part shot. We actually have to suffice with a 2-part shot. So gunpowder casing. Maybe heavy head is the only thing we can have here then. It's like the smallest type of shell. Yeah, now we're back with normal stats here. It's a heavy head. I think the head gives it some hash. Yeah, I already read that, I'm sorry. Okay. How about the recoil? It's acceptable. We're still under control. So... this is obviously going to be a little bit of a weak point. I'm wondering if we even should try and... probably need to thicken this armor up a lot. But I also don't want to build this thing too seriously, of course, because it's not gonna reach any practical it's not gonna have a practical, like, time to shine like ever. I think hash should work. You know what? We must try that, of course, later. However, this thing doesn't even remotely fly. And since we're just building the interior shell of this thing here a little bit, I think we are going to just encase the core of it with like 1 extra meter of we're just gonna do a little bit of a alloy thing to begin with. Oh, this one needs to. I think we're just doing an alloy box to begin with here. The other side, good. And of course, we'll need custom jet engines to even have a remote chance of getting this into the air, I suppose. And some pretty big engines. This is it's a pretty crazy rod. It's just a rod. And I kind of think that's probably what it's supposed to be, just a rod. If we can be real lazy, we can actually, let's see, resources. We're gonna have a lot of fuel boxes. We can have some fuel boxes here. A lot of fuel. Now we go to our, let's see, our large custom jet engines. I haven't actually made any custom jet engine prefabs. I should absolutely do that. For the time of being, I'm just going to steal these. Have them at like regular intervals like this. How long is this thing? Well, this is 185 meters. Something like that looks decently. Right, that's the thing. I think we're going to do... Ooh, we might need a generator on these things too. Actually, we should have some dedicated engines going on this thing. So... Prefab, load the prefab, engines and power. Right. Power of 12,000. I think we can have some power rods on this thing. One here and one there. Gives us 82,000 power. Should be. Maybe that's enough. Now we should go into some AI. I finally started to amount up to some reasonable amount of AIs, which is nice. I think we're gonna have the medium AI box. Can actually fuse it. We'll just have it. Ooh, we can actually fit it in this thing here. Cool. Well, that works. Wow, that's a perfect fit. Okay, a few meters from the ammo compartment. Insanity Airship main. Add behavior. Point at. Point at, okay. Max pitch to target. Can be a little bit more. Yeah, well, whatever. That's probably fine. Maneuver. We're going to have hover movement. Suppose. I would think we need to maneuver adjustments. Let's see here. I think maybe it's not quite strong enough to lift this thing. Wait, what? That's only because this thing is manual control. Okay, automatic control for all propulsion. Okay. Fantastic. Let's save this thing. The Insanity Airship now is airborne. Amazing. If we're adding a couple of huge jet engines, we can have that for some steering. Isn't that quite nice? Now we can strafe. We do already have built-in pitch control, so we don't quite need that. But we do need some forwards and backwards control, that's for sure. So I think we're having 3 like that. We can have 3 like that as some kind of auxiliary engine things too. Fantastic. This, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to accept that this thing even flies. Let's it make invulnerable and spawn the crossbones. That would have already killed us, but whatever. It's a danger noodle. Ooh, I wonder if we even have a local, like, if we have something that can control this weapon. I don't think so, actually. Not controlled by AI. Okay. That's a problem. This entire thing should most reasonably reside on an AI. No, on a turret. Oh shit. Oh man. Well, we don't have detection, so that's why we're not so accurate. I don't think they do a lot of damage though, because I do remember it was pretty lackluster when I tested it last time. Just because of like how slow and sad these are. Warp, okay. This is pretty insane. 500mm sounds weird at 2400 RPM. So maybe we should hash this thing and see if it changes. Just check the like how this gun works now. Oh, we still have the cool values. That's pretty nice. Right. Why do we have the good old values. Oh yeah, they're hashed now. Since we have such a slow shell, I'm thinking that hash is probably a good idea. We need some detection, of course. Or just in the, like, the sheer spam of this thing. I would kind of want to see, like, wouldn't a thumperhead? Let's see her. Where are you? Hollow point. Here we are. I know a thing or two about rapid fire hash. Well, Sanne Mittbonen, what do you know? Okay, we're gonna repair that thing. Did something happen with the... Who knows? It makes a mess. It does indeed. Now we're coming in here. If the just stream would somewhat remotely hit, that would be reasonable. Each shell does kind of tiny damage. Man. Oh. But against wood, I thought they would be... I think heavy heads are better. Well, we should test it a little bit more, of course. But I do want a little temporary detection, temporary TM, wireless receiver, detection area, with some fun stuff like this. Okay. And I would assume very small thump damage. Yeah, this seems to be almost wasted damage. It's just each shot just has so tiny one. I do also think I want a little bit away from that because it sounds so much. Fire control computer and a vehicle controller. Isn't that quite nice? And I think we're gonna switch back to hash. Hollow point. So, ooh, shape, charge, heat frag, penetration metric, expected explosive damage. I wonder if, but hash seems more reliable to me. Right, here we go. Come on. And you should be repaired. Right. So now I can fly here and shoot some myself. You know, I think maybe hash isn't such a bad idea. Because it's just so much spam. If we just shoot a little bit here and there, But on the other hand, whatever we shoot, we should overwhelm almost anything. It's definitely better than... Oh yeah, it's definitely better than just hollow point, something like that. Like what could... You'd need a proper spall liner to not become a mess. The good thing is that it deals kind of a good area effect. Power all, okay. One thing I'm also thinking, let's see the damage Heavy Head would do. The power... No. Fill or APS. Alright. So shoot a little bit here. They deal damage, yes. But Hesh is better. Because these are just so slow. It, like, ironically is a little bit lackluster. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work very well. We're going to one thing that could work, that's frag. Ooh, or flak heads. Let's do flak heads. Yeah, okay. Oh man. Alright, the crossbones. Okay. So if we shoot flak here, let's shoot a little... Because it like they like stack on top of each other. So the damage kind of becomes a lot, doesn't it? It's definitely lackluster. It's not better than... Or is it? But it's against wood too. Flak is decent to deal against wood and stuff like that. But you can see it looks cool. It looks like it's getting absolutely wrecked, but I think we'll need a very special usage scenario to actually be able to use this thing. Not a lot of blocks are popping off here. Nah. No go. You know, let's do frag. I'm clicking the wrong button here. APS shell. You need to be repaired, thank you. And I need to, man, get control of this thing. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I think possibly... I think frag might be something. Man. It's just so much. Okay, yeah. It feels like I'm developing some secret weapon here. Of course, my flying rod costs a lot too. We should keep that in mind. And we should test this on some stronger targets. Like, I want to see what this could do to something like the Megalodon. That could be pretty interesting. I definitely think either frag or hash. In most realisticness, I think that hash would be the more useful thing. Oh man. It sounds a lot. You can see those perpetual frag heads there. That's not scary at all. Alright. I'm thinking maybe a few meters of these in front could possibly help with survivability, I would hope. A few meters. We're of course going to do some, but like in all realistic scenario, whatever we put on this thing, it will be a little bit half-assed, since this is after all a 500mm max RPM cannon that doesn't have uses. I kind of want to know how much this thing is. I kind of want to know how much of this thing is left after I shoot the main weapon. You know, it doesn't have ejectors, it's belt feds. Even though I made the max RPM cannon like this, I tried to make it small enough. So realistically, one super penetrating sabot should be able to kill it, like one shot. I think a good battleship that costs like 1/10 of whatever this will end up being should be able to one-shot it. I think it's gonna be around that bad. Let's see, where is... Oh, there we are. Okay. I want to add some more engines, just in case. We're gonna have, inside here we can have a helium pump. Well, this airship is indeed taking shape, finally. It's been in my folders for years. Just so we know that. I'm not sure there was any like real intention of actually finish this thing, because it's a tiny bit crazy, as you can see. We estimate you require a maximum of 24,000. Oh, we have just about the materials we require for this thing. That's good. A good estimation. Maybe I played this game for so long, I kind of give good estimations. No. Who knows? Or not. Some materials we should be able to have. 1.5 million so far. This thing has no chance of surviving unless it has a good lamp system. So I think that we should bet kind of all of our... we should max invest in lamps. Powered by greed. How expensive is this thing? It's 1.5 million right now. So that's expensive. But honestly, I thought it wouldn't be that expensive for like the size of it. The scope of a... yeah. A max RPM 500mm cannon. I can't say I would expect it to be much smaller. But it's not gonna be a good thing, that's for sure. It's... I don't want to say it, okay, says Sandvik Bonen, but The front sider I mentioned has lamb that cost about the same. Well, you're building a pretty big thing then. Well, you know what? It's okay to build silly things that are just too large and will realistically never have a practical usage scenario. We're allowed to do that. It's just a game after all. Just gonna cover up some huh. I think I'm actually going to skip trying to do any type of EMP installation and stuff like that. We'll have a couple of surge protectors, but I think that I'm going to try and just try my best to make this thing not getting shot using a big LAM system. Just gonna have some symbolic these a little bit here and there. Maybe some back here. Yeah, that's probably enough. It's more a thing I take out if there is anything I really need to be gone, or it could be some sort of mobile command center. I see. I think if we indeed finish this thing, I think this will only be a thing I will take out if we'll need to perform serious heavy bombardment in terms of max RPM, max gauge, hash rate. Wonder what this thing burns. I do think this is going to get some really crazy custom jet engine to propel it a little bit. I think we're going to have a symmetry plane thing like this. Yes, that's right. We're gonna have one top and one bottom engine. Exhaust there. Think we're going to do not the combust. Yes, the combustor. Couple of combustors, or a couple of hull combustors rather. We're gonna have a couple of these combustors. So we might as well make it pretty quick, right? Ooh, not sure we can power this. We'll see. Some combustors, a jet, jet controller. Can actually have a controller hull thing. And have a couple of compressors. These compressors. Make it be a little bit efficient like this. And an intake. maybe ducted intake side. Clearance. Cool. Possibly some intakes. Nice. Right. Its cost increased a little bit. Ooh, and these doesn't have a nice automatic control, okay. This one is also set to automatic control. Okay. Well, 140 meters per second. So this could be some like ironic thing. We could just zoom in to reinforce and just fill the air with some hash and possibly quickly win some battle. That could probably be the use scenario. As it stands now, it's almost unarmored. We'll need to bulk it out a little bit. It's gonna be a weird shaping session. But I like it so far. The Insanity Airship is actually probably... And by the way, for those who support us on Patreon, you already have this downloadable, but the older version. I'll need to update the files, of course, as usual. As you see, I've been building some new stuff. By the way, subobjects mode. I made some new deck gun. Ooh, yes. 67mm deck gun. These are pretty funny. I like them. Gonna have to make some tanks with this. So I wanted to have a deck gun. They're pretty cheap. And it's these are squash heads. Let's see here, and we also have the GFO Zeech. That is a similar deck. They're very similar. Let's see here. Spawn them side by side. The either one looks a little bit sleek like that. If I remember correctly, these are squash heads and these are shaped charges. Tiny bit difference. These have 3 barrels and these have 2. That's really some extra firepower one can slap on there. No. Not really safe, thank you. There we have the Arco Ballista. Oh, god damn it. This rod is actually not very large. It's pretty cool. We need better roll control on this thing, that's for certain. One thing I do want to try, however, that is see if we're still invulnerable, and we are. I want to check Megalodon a little bit against this thing. In any case, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I will just take a quick break very soon. Right, there we are unmuted as well and everything. So let's get back. How are you doing, folks? Are we doing fine? I don't remember if I spawned it. Didn't. Well done. We have it. Ships. There we are. Megalodon. Cheers and good evening. Having some energy drink. Right. I kinda wanna... Alright. Slow down time a little bit there. Ew, they are waiting for the final piece. Well, that's nice. Right, so a lot, whoa, that's a lot of shells that are just bouncing off here. Well, if we shoot at the turret though, man, I think we are, oh no. Right. What are we doing? Can we like turn a little bit faster, please? No? Okay, we just turn so slowly. What's up with that? I think maybe we need to set up combat altitude, maybe a little bit higher. Combat distance. I think maybe we just brake too slowly. Min altitude, we can increase it a little bit. Right. Here we are at an altitude of 600. We are strafe. I'm like seriously wondering what are we doing. It's an interesting way to turn. I think we just need more thrust to turn this thing. Or maybe we should do the kinetic trick again. Maybe that could work. Xenodragon are forward jets on automatic control. They are. All of them are automatic control. Forward, pitch down. Maybe that's just makes it super slow. If we just slow this down a little bit and just... It's really okay, so the forces really mess with each other here, it seems like. These do the right thing and they, yeah, I mean, they should help, realistically. I think we're just very long. Oh, and also, the game speed is a little bit slow. that explains it. So if we just give the AI the weapon control, maybe... It's not doing a very good job at maintaining distance though. I think the combat distance needs to be a little bit higher too. Right. Maybe 1.5. And possibly also don't retreat when too close. Disable pitch above azimuth. Maybe something like that. What are we doing here? Well. Whoa. Wow, okay. These lambs almost take it out. And why are we flying over? I think, oh, it must be we just can't go backwards fast enough. Most likely. We'll let the AI do its AI things then. Those would have killed this ship, definitely. Are we blocked? We are not. Somehow. I think the answer is just simply more thrust. Sides like this. And if we have some temporary backwards ocean, yeah, that sounds a lot. Man, okay, let's pause here for a second. What's happening? Try taking the forward off automatic controls. Okay, yeah, it's probably a smart idea. I rarely use automatic controls. It's most often it's not very useful. The lambs can actually deal with a lot. I think the frag is... We're not doing a lot of damage to the frags here. You can see, wow. We're just not getting through. That took a long time. Now we're shooting at a very disadvantageful... for the Meg, that is. AI is probably trying to use forward CGs to control altitude and pitch and messing up. Yeah, probably so. Pusher preset forwards. This is pusher preset forwards. It's probably a good idea. I'm also thinking that Hesh may be a better idea. Seeing how long it took to deal with this thing. Squash head. We should repair the Meg. Now we should let it control. Ooh. The lambs are doing a good job at keeping him off. We should really spend very little time on each. Now we're just, okay, flying off too much. It has a problem. Maybe it should retreat when it's too close. Mean altitude, max altitude. Maneuver. Hover movement. Max pitch. Max roll for left-right movement. Yeah, why not? We can like do 10 degrees. Like if we recorded the effects. Oh, cozy. The Meg just has the right thing to deal with this too. But I'm hoping that this absolute sandblasting should be able to deal with the turrets pretty quickly. That turret is neutralized now. I would think that we should make it switch like maximum 5 seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. Switch target to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like switch a lot often. I think you need to enable reverse on the AI. Ooh, really? Because this is just like troubleshooting. This doesn't have anything to do with, like, we can reverse, we can fly, we can turn on spot, control altitude. Or why or where are we talking about reverse? Additional, let's see, behaviors, maneuver. I don't know, man, I don't see any reverse. These are, as said, just troubleshooting tips. Oh, and I think you also add some reverse custom jet engines too, since I think that your upward custom jet engines are pushing your ship forward when you're at an angle. Yeah, that's true. The poor little CG, the poor little regular jets I had is probably not cutting it. It's like in a cloud of smoke. This needs to reload now. But now we are like at a nice speed of 4 meters per second. I think no, 40. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're right. We need some backwards custom jet engines. We'll do some lazy ones. Man, that's loud. Let's see her. This is a pusher preset backwards. Oh no. Can we recover from this roll situation? I'm not sure we can. Yes, maybe we can. Okay, never mind. Why does it roll 9? I think it messed up. All right, whatever. What's up with this thing now? This, or reduce combat altitude. Maybe the combat altitude can be a little bit lower. Yes. Combat distance max pitch to target. Maybe 30 degrees is too much. 20 degrees should be enough. Now is the question where... Oh, it recovered somehow. Well, it can't be damaged, but yeah. I wonder if this thing complains. Whoa, okay. It has spoken. Fire is warm. Like, the lamps can, like, actually take out a lot of these. We'll need more than 5 seconds to focus on an area to deplete the lamps. Because the spread of this thing is already kind of a lot. Yes, very nice. I think it's because you turned on roll when turning. Yes, I know it's that. I think perhaps I did it a little bit too much. 10 degrees. Maybe we should just have plus minus like 5 degrees to help with strafe a little bit there. This thing is going low. Where? Oh no. We messed up. Watch the rod. A lot is just missing. But we do have enough recoil absorbers, so it's acceptable, maybe. Well, I wonder if this thing can actually deal with the Meg. We could possibly use some railguns too, to increase the accuracy of these things. And if we had some railguns, maybe we could even make it some weird kind of burst gun. Yeah, well, the Megalodon is dead. This is definitely not a sophisticated way to take out anything. This is like overwhelm. This is like just use too much firepower. There we go. Ooh. I can't, like, I know I built this thing, but I can't say I particularly approve about the method. Or like, I don't know. This is my build, but it's also not my jam. This is just overwhelm. This is just do max. Well, god damn it, this thing is loud. Doom pencil with EMP might be funny. Are you saying we should have some EMP in this? Are we saying party mix, or are we saying only EMP? I'm not too convinced it would be too effective. But, you know. What? It's already dead. Come on. Thank you. No. It just doesn't want to let that thing be, does it? Just continue. I'm thinking like the sound of this gun will haunt me in my dreams. It's very loud. Constant taser of EMP. Well, it would be easy to set up that loadout for sure. I'm actually a little bit curious. If we just save this thing... Destroy enemy vehicles... If we change this to EMP head... Refill APS shells. Megalodon. Here comes EMP. Are we having... A few blocks are falling off. The laser system is starting to be eaten at. Just a few blocks there. I guess most of it goes into surge protectors. It seems to not do a lot of damage. I'm considering to take over control. Shoot a little bit there. Shoot a little bit here. Shoot a little bit here. There. Come on, turrets too. Like, how good surge protectors do you actually have? I wonder. It's a nice firework. Not as devastating as I imagined. No. This is not something I'd call devastating. If we had more... If we had more than, like, I don't know, one, like AP EMP would be better. It should be an estimate of 2.4 million EMP per minute. Well, I think the small size of these EMP blasts make it just go missing. The Megalodon somehow lost 2%. So, if we fire kind of here... Aren't it? They're just not taking any damage. This is basically... Wait, what happened? No, the turrets are still alive. Yeah, at this rate, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. I think that's just the kinetics from the shell. I think so too. It's well protected enough. One thing I do wonder, if we instead skip and just use heat, so we have kind of more focus damaged. Something like max pen factor. We can actually repair this thing. So here we have a... Yep, no. Oh, they got deleted? Did I know? Well then. Fire run, another run. Stop the time here, just to check what this is. Ooh, is this a tiny heat? Whoa, they're almost getting deleted by... They get through good enough. Wow. They're like much worse. It's almost like they don't have any inherent damage. Not at all like the hash ones. Or maybe. just get spammed by shots in here. It's pretty decent too, actually. But I think Hesh was better. Because now it just clean sweeps anything soft inside. If it doesn't get there, it's just bouncing around and dealing mini damage. I think Hesh is better. Can you try pure high explosive? I can, of course. Why not when we're here? Okay, high explosive head it is then. Refill APS shells. We can repair the Meg. And now we should indeed try Port by Greed and see what it does. Okay. Those go taken out here. Let's see here. Soon enough, they are all being reloaded and they will get up to speed. Here they come. Somehow the health of these shells seems to be... It reminds me very much of the flak, not surprisingly, when we shot at the the crossbones using, you know, flak. They're just not... They're just peeling away a tiny surface. They're doing very spread out damage, but... I think the frag were a lot better in that case. They were of course okay. I don't know if I'm just biased, but I kind of think that the Hesh ones worked better. It's not bad. Ooh. We also have the disruptor conduits. They could give us some kinetic damage and EMP, but nah. We don't need a dedicated craft to keep the enemy's shields down. Don't think so. Well, the Meg got pretty... Yeah, high explosive might be pretty good, actually. Let's repair it. I think it's like a minute, and they kind of recharge or something. Not recharge, like get activated again. Right. Here comes. Here it comes. Wow. It EMP shot itself when we damaged the packs. The nice thing about the HE spam is that if the other craft has any weakness, high explosive will find it. Yeah. That's true. High explosive, frag, or Hesh all seems to do a similar thing. The frag and the high explosive has a complete surface sandblasting, and the Hesh has some surface sandblasting and a little bit behind surface sandblasting. But for something like the Meg, I think this seems to be pretty nice. But it's easy to load out and change too. I just kind of like the fast way it deals with the barrels of the turrets and stuff like that. It just eats, like, it just disables them without waiting for them to do too much damage, which is nice. Now I do wonder, what does my large laser system cost? Let's see here. Lasers Inc. 45k power. We can fit 2 of these. It's a lot of heavy armor in these though. It's gonna be pretty heavy. I don't think we're gonna use one of those here. It's only 5,000 materials per rod. How many? Oh, it's only 1, yeah. I think we can start building together a little network. And as said, don't worry, this is not gonna turn in, like, this is not a serious build. We're only doing this for the fun of it. Okay, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000. 40,000 power should now be for lasers. We'll need a lot more. You know what, I think... How much does we have left? 83% on the Meg. Well, it's probably all done now, isn't it? No. Kind of surprised that even floats around here. It doesn't have any weapons, but it's an alloy slab with heavy armor on it, so... We're gonna delete the enemy vehicle there. Whew. Pure silence. I never liked the 500mm gun sounds. I'm wondering if we should change it to 499. Like... 499.99. And then, let's see what... Do we not have enough ammo barrels anymore? What's up with that? Right. We estimate you require a maximum of... Alright. Huh. So the reloading speed when all of these reload at once just seems to overwhelm our ammo barrels. Okay. That sounds better. It sounds like a crazy aircraft cannon that's really angry. But less air rape. Nice. Damn. Okay. We found a better sound. Good. So I have put you through the ear rape session all in vain. Well done. Let's see here. It's gonna be that direction. Okay. We have one there. one there. Maybe we can have one there. One there. Now we should have a little bit of lasing. Prefab mode. Now let's see here, two-way connector. I made a little prefab armored two-way connector because I felt intelligent. And now I don't anymore because I can see that this is completely... Anyways, the good thing about these systems is that they are made to be quite easy to connect up in a good manner here. So we can easily replace this part here. Yes, they are all like single blocks for easy replacement and stuff like that. Goes here. I don't remember if they connect on all sides, but I think they do. They can connect to each other, down there, up there, down there. They are cool. Oh, and the same for this area too. I should actually try with a multi-purpose laser. Cool, yes, they do, good. Something like that. And then I imagine we could do a little thing like that. Connect them to each other a little bit. Wait a minute. They should of course have been like that. Right. Down, up like that. We connect that one that direction. That one that direction. We can do an additional cross connection there. And now when we put in a multi-purpose laser. What? Oh. It didn't work. Well done. And we'll know that. And this didn't work either. Which is too bad. Like that then. That then. Thanks for having symmetry planes, that's really nice. Something like that. Right then. If we have a multi-purpose laser, the entire thing should light up. The energy required is 80,000, which is very nice. So I think we should have a little connection like that. We can have our multi-purpose laser here somewhere. Surrounded by some armor. It's now connected up, very nice. Right, wait, do we even need that? Yes, I think we do. If we do like this, yes, okay. We can just have a node here. 3 seconds. Yeah, well, that's nice. Frequency doubler. Should have a laser output regulator. I'm thinking maybe we should have a laser control unit. Like as a prefab. down to like maybe something pretty high like that. If we just use this area here and put a little lamb's node stripe here, I'd imagine we'd get a whole lot better protection. Like for 3 beams going on there. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We're going to upgrade that and enclose this entire thing and everything like that. It has a cost of... I think it will have an end cost that's more than 2 millions. It's gonna be a pretty big one, but I already understood that when building on it. Right. I just want to see here in slow motion or something what these... Oh! Right. Range. Copy to all on vehicle. We should of course have munition warners. Let's see here. Flags are coming in there. Minimum. Yeah, they should engage everything, yeah. Right. I wanna see if they can deal with the Cram barrage. Wow. With some more nodes, I think this might be a pretty capable LAM system. Maybe we're going to not make it kill this thing. And repair it a little bit. And reload its crams. Look at this thing. How nice is this not? I think it almost looks friendly. Maybe not. Okay. Crams are coming in. Now let's see here. Ooh, yes. It seems to be able to deal with something like the crossbones crams, at least. That's good. They're just picking them off. Good, good. Sounds much nicer now, doesn't it? I think that's a pretty good start for that vehicle. We should continue a little bit on that vehicle more in the future, but right now I'm tired of this big airship thing. So now I'm going to show you. Here are my first little iterations of thinking about doing something that can deal with the Ragnarök using this big turret I recently-ish developed. And that developed into this thing. It's just a test bed. That has some more turrets, just some approximate placement. I'm not sure which of these I should have or not, but yeah. And then I just made a third version where I spawned everything, every type of turret I may want to use or not. And of course we can't use all of these. But right now I'm thinking this turret and this turret as the mains. And we'll see what else we can fit in there. But oh yes, and this one, this long sniper turret. I probably want that on board too. On this, however, we will have the big laser system. And possibly even two of them. However, I'm wondering about... And this is gonna be a one-sider. That's the only reasonable thing to do. And this is, as I said, more like a test bed to approximate guess what we could make. I'm actually thinking we're not gonna use this base at all. But we can use it as some kind of building surface to kind of think a little bit about what we could have. I'm thinking... Today I tested the Ragnarok against the Tetzlaplicapoca. It was much closer than I expected. Well, congratulations, han är mitt på den. Or a Netrameira, which is easier to say, but, you know. That's very good, in any case. So, did the battle make you happy? I wonder. I'm thinking kind of this length. But you didn't win, I guess, because that thing is a lot smaller. Conceptually, I like the spamming of all available turrets. It's like one of the early French pre-dreadnoughts. Well, perhaps so. I did only spawn them here to kind of take a good look at them. To kind of guess what I should have or not have, but I guess you understood that. But of course, it could be pretty funny if we actually... if we just threw it into battle with like all the turrets. Like, the board didn't make a decision. We use all the turrets. But yeah. And since some of the super pro tournament building people in our Discord have like said that, you know, the RAG isn't very hard to kill at all, then I of course will try to make a ship that is going to exceed it and some other potential builds. Because I want it to be pretty strong, basically. Right. I could take 3 turrets out before it turned into a firecracker. Wow! Were you able to take out 3 turrets? Because those turrets are extremely crazily hard to take out. He's like spent all the armor on those turrets. When I was testing, I found it easier to sink the damn thing onto the bottom of the floor, sea floor, than to actually take out those turrets. Right. So here we have some kind of keel thing. So we have a flat wood bottom thing here. I think that's good. Very nice. I'm gonna have a little bit of just metal framework to stir this thing up a little bit. I wonder if we have something like this. I think that's pretty cool. Like a little framework thing. How big is this? I think we don't need to square the entire thing. We should just have lines like this to add some kind of metal support. To have kind of a light frame combined with a heavy frame. Now, because I know what I want to kill with this thing, we are going to have some weaknesses that will be built in. So for example, we'll have very poor defense against missiles or torpedoes. Because for this thing, I have decided to not spend anything on interceptors against like torpedoes. And we're going to optimize the speed instead a little bit. And we'll be able to outrun the most slow as torpedoes that a lot of people come with. This is not going to be a front-sider, it's going to be a one-sider. So yeah. And a big reason for doing this framework thing is that I think it looks darn cool. If you wonder. Yeah, I'll never get away from thinking I'm gonna build a functional min-max thing, and like 1 second later, or maybe I'll just mainly think about aesthetics. Yes. Wow. Wow, 2 of them were killed with the first shot with pack. Well, Sanamittbanen, that sounds like a Pierce frag. Xenodragon says, I mean by Gigapan, Railgun standards standards rag turrets. Or just papier-mâché. Really? Oh my. Gigapan, okay. Sanamittbanen says, takes notes. Well, yeah. In worst case scenario, I'll need to change my mind to not die then. Right. So, as for armor, I built some prefab armor types. And we're gonna have, on some parts we're gonna have the heavy direct hit capable armor. It looks like something like this, but the other way around, of course. But that's only for some sections, of course. And it's not gonna be the same armor on both sides. So let's see her. What do we have? We have this one. Naval Hull Armor Class B. Here we have the Naval Light Hull Armor Class B. Heavy Naval Hull Armor Class B. Direct hit capable hull armor Class B. Ultralight hull armor Class B. Right. And this is like ultralight. I know, but you know. The Tesla Poca uses pack, switch from piercing to impact based on which direction relative to where the enemy ship is moving. Alright. Cool. That's advanced. The ultralight. I think we're gonna use this one. Or no, I think we're gonna use the light armor on the side that will not be facing the enemy in case of stray shots and all that. And we're gonna use this one or this one for the side facing. I wonder how the cost difference is, because that's a big decisive factor. Wrong menu, prefabs. Load a prefab. Direct hit and heavy. The heavy is much cheaper. Well, let's see here. Light naval hull armor. No, stop. Yeah, this is the thing. But to get some kind of measure, I need to see how thick the heavy hull armor is. So we'll need this thing here. I suppose we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the proper distance there. This side we're gonna do a connection like this. On this side we're going to do a connection like this. And we're going to, let's see here, we're gonna do like this. Turn it back on. Because it's gonna be, let's see here, 8. Very nice. I need to refresh my knowledge about linear algebra to make it work. Linear algebra. I see. I don't know my linear algebra. Light naval hull armor. You know, if you think about it, this armor is pretty light. It's only like 1 meter of metal. We have an integrated spool liner. They kind of connect together like that, so I do, however, wonder. Well, whatever. Or like that. Just fill in the sections here. And this is of course only relevant if we get into, oh no, these are a little bit, glad I noticed that now. They should be around there. Possibly or perhaps even one block down. No, I think this is probably... Ooh. That can be... Nah, that's... That should be acceptable. Why would you need to know linear algebra to make it work, though? That I'm curious about. Something like that. Big wall of armor. This costs 1.3. Oh, wow. Something like that. Very nice. Probably have a little piece to reconnect ourselves. Right. But I wonder this like direct hit capable armor thing. Will it like do much? No wedge. You know, inside the armor. This is the light side. This is not gonna be facing the enemy. I think we're gonna use some other, like here. Let's see here. At the least, we need at least we should have this block. But I think we should do a little bit better than that. But this is like the minimum on this side, I think. But preferably I want this one, but it's gonna be prohibitively expensive. What was it? That one? It was. Or possibly this one. But that's only on certain portions. Yeah, I don't want to. I want to be more as efficient as I can. So of course, I'm going to have different armor on different sides and make one be like I want to make it be one-sider, because I imagine I could save some costs doing that. But with the cost of this armor, I'm kind of thinking like, will it even be possible to make it a reasonable size? I wondered that. I do want to save this vehicle. I'm gonna save it as Q3, and then we can maybe do a little development on this thing. However, ooh. Oh yes, really? Okay. So if I'm cutting that thing off. Oh, because it didn't count the sub-objects. That's why it shows this part. That's pretty funny. Okay, so now we have no materials, no engines, and nothing. Because, oh wow, that's funny. Okay, anyways. 100,000. This thing costs 100,000. Cool, I thought it was almost a lot more expensive. Mimics. Alright. And I'm not like ready to do that yet, of course. I just wanted to know 100,000. So if we had the same armor on both sides, 200,000, maybe 500,000 for the main armor hull. I think that's probably acceptable. It's gonna be hard to see if we can actually make it. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make it cheap enough. And how many blocks is this? 9,000. Because I want this thing to be less laggy than the Draconia was, if possible. Well, let us click Ctrl Z. Undo. Change my mind. Game is frozen. Happens. And I'm a little bit hesitant of trying to do the front shape of this thing. But one thing I want to do is to start shaping these areas here. As you can see, they go together like that. Okay, but I think maybe we'll do white for now. I'm thinking to maybe change the color of the blocks below the water surface to red, because that's some kind of convention, and stuff just look more naval if we do that. So I started to do that as well, and I like the results so far, but we'll see. And I don't want to... oh, did we... Why is it not... Okay. Anyways. Thank you. We're just doing some connection stuff. Connecting it up. We're gonna have some... of these blocks, of course, to kind of smooth out and get a good bounce on any projectile that comes in here and make it unlikely that it just deals too much damage. Something like that. Now I don't know, I think maybe we're just going to fill this line here with alloy to get some floatiness, some more health points than wood, and some armor, but not metal. Ooh. And one thing that's a little bit fun, let's see if I can find it. Somewhere it is on my notes somewhere. Here we have it. Here we have a little drawing of the thing so far. And you can see, let's see here. This is the thicker armor belt. And we're gonna have the engines on the opposite side. Okay, that was a really bad show, but you know, it's something. So I want to stick engines at the side where we're not gonna have armor and stuff. So we can turn off the symmetry plane and just check a little bit on our prefab engines. I made a lot of new Steam prefab engines and I'm very happy with them. So, we're gonna have several of them, and that's of course 80k power, Escort turbine. Oh, that's energy. Oh, well. We're probably gonna need that too, to be honest. We're gonna need some energy turbines. But we are talking about, there's turbine, auxiliary engine. Here we have main engine. It's a 40k power per one of these. I'm thinking we can have a main engine here, for example. And that is, as said, providing us with 40k power. Yeah. It's like the most powerful engine in here. And I do think we're going to have several of these. This one is in the back a little bit. Oh yeah, there we have it. There we have it. And I think we should be able to ish stick one here somewhere. And they are dissipating the steam integratedly, so that's nice. Prefab mode, yes. Good. Right, so here we have one engine here. I don't know how much power we need, but I'm thinking like at least 200k. But I want to spread out the engine generation a little bit. They're not going to encroach with our turrets either much. I suspect they will not be any problem. Here we can have one. We can have another main engine in front, like that. And then we should be able to have a main engine in the middle portion too. And each of these provide 40k power, so it's 80, 120k. Then I also have my auxiliary engines, and they will only kick in if needed. So I would hope we don't need... Oh my god, sorry for not switching. I realized that now. Alright. I have my auxiliary engine too, and that's very small. It's a very tiny engine. It provides 30k power. It's really powerful, but it's very, very small, as you can see. I wonder, however, let's see, there it, yeah, it's integrated dissipation too. So the auxiliary engine we can actually have like anywhere. It's pretty cool. I think we can even fit it in the bottom. Yeah, it's so small. It's so small. Can't imagine how much power it produces. But I think actually those auxiliary engines we can stick later on. We got 3 types of main engines. But I'm a little bit thinking about... Yeah. It's a pretty fat ship already. It's really thick. If we add this thing here, can we have that at like minimum priority? Yes. Gearbox power generated. Materials per second, materials per second. Thing now. 1 material per second. It's still pushing out lots of steam, is it not? This thing, 11. Oh yeah, but it's still not using much compared to these ones. These are the more efficient ones. They're reusing. These are several stage. It's like four stages on each. But Steams, they don't have that like passive mode either. I'm kind of thinking we can just stick one of these close to the engine, so we have a combined little engine. So we have like a main engine plus an auxiliary engine at the same-ish area. Or at least 2 of them. No, it looks bad. We'll have them at different locations. That's probably better. Okay, never mind. We'll add those stuff later. And we have an AI compartment too. I think we'll need to think a little bit about actually where we would want to have that. It's gonna be a big ship. It's gonna be a really big ship. I think it might be a little bit too wide. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it wide, and I'm going to use the thickness to just have air in the sides. Scovimation, what's your budget for this ship? Under 2 million is the thought. I wanna build something that could adhere to. If possible, I would like to make it. I would like to make it have rules that would make it acceptable to challenge the Draconia and the Borderwise's Titan Slang, as well as the Ragnarok, and defeat all of them. If I succeed with beating my previous Draconia, Borderwise's Titan Slang, and the Ragnarok using this design, then I think it's a success. But we're gonna save this on Q4 because I do feel like it's a little bit late, and I need to. I'm like obviously half checked out in terms of how fast I feel. Anyways. So we're gonna go back and do on this another time. Sanet Mitbonen says, okay, now I have a 4th project to work on. Well, that's nice. And like rules and stuff like that will probably be posted later. I think I'll know when I'm more finished with this, but I think we'll need to have some kind of block count on this thing, because I wanted to have fewer blocks than Draconia if possible. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but basically something that has more blocks than the Draconia or that much lag, I just can't run it. So I have to make some rules so that I can actually do the battles myself, because otherwise it would be a little bit... I don't want a slideshow, so like diff gun, wooden monstrosities will be a no-go. Anyways, I know there is a max distance rule. I know there is a max distance rule. I think I'm the reason for that. Yeah, there will be some distance rule too. Like I do in all my tournament things. Cowardliness / running away from the battle will be instant disqualification. But I'll need to think about that a little bit later and see what I can come up with. I first need to kind of finish this thing before I can do that. So we'll see a little bit, but I want to be able to actually do the battles myself, and that means less lag than Draconia. We'll see, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to succeed doing something that can beat all of this, but we'll see. Because the systems I want on this thing is gonna be so expensive. So I'm thinking that if I just skip out on most of the defensive systems folks like, maybe that works. We'll see. Anyways, got a bit away from long distance range Hesh sound blasters. Oh well. Can understand. Well, in any case, thanks a lot for joining this little stream, and if you're watching the VOD on this thing, then you know it was live on Twitch, and if you want to see the VOD of this, if you just drop down here, then you should probably check out my GMODIST channel, because that's where all the VODs are. And other than that, thanks a lot for joining all of you. Sanne Mittbanen, thank you for joining here and giving some good tips too, and Powered by Greed, thanks for joining and giving some good tips as well. And of course, Xenodragon, if the dragon is still here. We got some real good tips that made us really make a motorcycle. That's pretty cool. Anyways, see you next time. This is your host, Gmodism. We are actually signing out, so see you. Gmodism, total nerdery channel.